Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Ikon School of Education webinar. We are definitely appreciate that you took the time to get in here right on time, which is great. My name is Doug. I'm one of the course advisors here with Ikon. I'll should be sort of your host here during the webinar itself. First off, again, just want to say we appreciate you taking the time to be here with us. I know everybody has busy lives. So the fact that you actually took the time to be with us to find out a little bit about what Ikon does, we definitely do appreciate it. As you all know, this is a webinar for the School of Education. We're hoping that through being here, you'll get a bit of an idea, or at least a sense about the programs that we do offer through our School of Education, as also get a better idea about what Ikon presents to its students and what the students can experience in studying with us here. Now, we do have a few guests here with us for the webinar, which is fantastic to have because everyone here is very busy. So the fact that they can get some time to spend with us is also great. So joining us will be Dr. Valerie Sibakova and Dr. Francisca Leal Perez. And then we have a really good special guest, one of our student ambassadors, one of our fourth-year students, Annie Pham, will be joining us as well. Now, in the background, and part of the little housekeeping that I get to talk about right at the beginning, is that in the background, we actually do have a couple of additional course advisors. One is Tequila and the other is Ivan. And the reason they're in the background is this housekeeping bit. Now, all of you may have noticed that when you registered for the webinar, you had an opportunity to put in questions that you would like to be brought up during the webinar, which is great because we had a lot of great questions come up, and some of them were technical of nature, some of them were individual of nature. Some of them we'll be dealing with throughout the presentation as well. But just because you didn't get a chance to ask that question at that point, or let's say you were watching the webinar and you have a question that suddenly pops to mind, please at any point during the webinar, if you've got a question that you can think of, you'll probably notice on your screen, and if you don't see it, just hover around the screen and a little button, the little tab should come up at the bottom or the top, depending on how you've got your bar set up, that says Q&A. If you click on that Q&A, you can type in any question you want at any point throughout the webinar. Those questions that come in will be seen by Tequila and Ivan and myself when I'm not gabbing. And what we'll do is we'll sort of look at them from the standpoint of if it's something that's technical and really quick to deal with, Tequila and Ivan will give you a quick answer right on the spot. If it's something that's great for one of our great academics or even Annie, one of our students, to deal with, we'll definitely save that. And we've got a Q&A bit at the end of the talk that will go through some of those questions there. But please feel free to ask questions all the way through. And it can even be something like, please have a course advisor call me tomorrow. I really want to get my application started. I'm so excited to what you guys had to say. By the way, I'm hoping everybody's going to say that by the end of it. So we'll kind of get into it overall. So that's a bit of the housekeeping out of the way. Don't forget about that Q&A. And with that sort of little housekeeping out of the way and some quick introductions, I'm going to ask Valerie. I know you want to tackle a few of these first parts of the discussion, which is great. Valerie's got a great wealth of information about the School of Education. So over to you, Valerie.
Thank you, Doug. And hello, everyone. Yes, my name is Valerie, and I'm the academic course coordinator at Ikon, based in Melbourne. And it's wonderful to have all of you here with us this evening. At Ikon, we offer a range of programs in early childhood education designed to meet students where they are at their professional journey. And our Diploma of Early Childhood Education is a hands-on practical qualification that prepares you to work as an educator under a supervision of a teacher. The Bachelor of Early Childhood Education is a 4-year program that develops deep knowledge of child development, pedagogy, and curriculum design, qualifying you as a teacher. For students already holding a diploma and industry experience, we have the accelerated bachelor pathway, which allows you to complete your teacher qualification just within 2 years. The Master of Teaching in Early Childhood is ideal for career changers who have completed another degree but wish to have a transition into early childhood teaching. And finally, our Master of Education is designed for qualified teachers who want to extend themselves into leadership, policy, or academic roles. Across all these programs, placements are an essential component, ranging from 35 days in the diploma up to 80 days in the bachelor, ensuring that you graduate not only with theory, but with meaningful real-world experience. Next slide, please. One of Icon's greatest strengths is the flexibility in how you can study. So you can join us on campus in Adelaide, Brisbane, Sydney, or Melbourne, where our classrooms replicate real early childhood environments. Some of our subjects are online, and lectures and tutorials are interactive and include breakout room collaborations. For working professionals, our accelerated bachelor and master of teaching offer online and evening classes, so you can balance work and study. And as for those seeking independence of Master of Education, which is delivered as a self-paced online program with academic check-ins for guidance. No matter which path you take, we ensure that your placements are well designed, well supported, either in block mode or spread across certain days, so they fit your lifestyle, your study plan. For international students, of course, we also ensure visa compliance and with face-to-face requirements. Next slide, please. And I think I need to refer the leading role to Dr. Francisca.
Hey everyone, thanks for that, Valerie. We have, as Valerie mentioned just before, we have different career opportunities if you decide to study with us. One of them is the diploma in early childhood, and as you see in the slide, there is a difference between becoming an educator and becoming a teacher. The educator will have different responsibilities that work under the supervision of a teacher, and they work more around the idea of providing assistance and care. Whereas if you choose to follow a path of the bachelor or the master of teaching, you will become an early childhood teacher who has wider chances and opportunities to develop into daycare, preschool, and become a leader in the rooms of the different preschool settings. And finally, with the Master of Education, you open yourself up to the world of academia as well, which is an interesting and very exciting pathway, and that we invite you to consider as well. We will have access to different collaborations with different work environments, and therefore we have collaboration with different preschools, early childhood education and care services, and also occasional care, inclusion, and education support in general for playgroup. So we are welcoming you to take the chance on expand your horizons and embrace the different career opportunities that are offered here at Ikon. And if we go to the next slide.
Brent, just before I do that, one thing I just wanted to point out is that we just were looking at some of the latest stats of employment of our graduates from our programs. It's a staggering number. I think it's just north of 88% employment after graduation from our programs. Maybe you could either of you give us a little bit of insight. Do you know, are a lot of these people getting their employment from where they're doing their placements, or are they finding it at other sources, or would you know?
Val, if you want to take it.
Yeah, we are proud of our 400 plus industry partnerships that give students practical opportunities and strong professional network, and our graduates consistently achieve high level of employment. through those connections. So the majority of them start working from the first placement.
Wow.
Wow.
It's actually very common that they stay at the place where they begin their journey with the placement team.
Yeah, that's great. That's a staggering story to be able to tell from a degree. Not a lot of schools can actually have that to be able to relate to potential people that are looking to study with them. So thanks. I just wanted to, you mentioned the placements, so I just wanted to circle back to that quickly, especially when we're talking about careers.
Yeah,
Sorry, Fran, I sidetracked everyone here.
yeah,
That's all good.
I just want to add to this that our students are allowed to work directly at the end of the first year of bachelor degree
Oh, okay.
after
Great.
completing core subjects of year one.
Excellent.
And that actually connects as well with this new slide of what makes us different. When we think about maybe larger organizations, sometimes you get lecturers that have massive number of students. We are very proud of having smaller classes and individualized learning paths. It's more of a familiar environment, and like Valerie said before, it's very hands-on. So you don't only get the experience of having very experienced lecturers sharing their knowledge with you, but also practical activities that resemble what you would encounter in a real classroom in different preschools and different settings. And something else that is also important to point out that's different from perhaps other institutions that it's highlighted here is that connection with the different placements and that connection that students make with the educators there and with us here in the kind of the academic world really leads to that experiential learning that we try to foster and that characterizes our teaching.
It's absolutely true because within all these experiences, our students build not only the sense of belonging, but they obtain a sense of a community together with their lecturers, with their peers, and with their placement supervisors.
Great. So I might just pop back here, if it's okay with the two of you. Somebody want to speak with just to the support, different support levels within Ikon itself as well? I'm happy to kind of go through this because obviously the course advisors are the first part of that support network. So one of the things, and you've talked a bit about support, but I also just want to point through when you study with Ikon, there's obviously a lot of support that we give to our students from what they were saying, but also just with the different groups that are available for all students to utilize all throughout their studies. The course advisor group, that's people like myself and Tequila and Ivan, to the student experience team. And the student experience team is something that our students get to know almost on a daily basis because they communicate with them about pretty much everything that's going on. Of course, the faculties and resources. Valerie and Fran, could you maybe just sort of talk about what sort of resources and how the classrooms are sort of, what modern facilities are provided in the classrooms?
So all our classrooms are equipped with tools and resources for early childhood environments. So in this case, all our students have this real hands-on experience. They can touch all the things. They can try themselves changing nappies, not with real babies, but still with dolls. Then moreover, we have a lot of academic support provided by our library with online workshops. And during the classes, just because we don't have pure lectures, it's a mixture of a lecture and a tutorial. And usually it is delivered in a very collaborative way with a lot of in-class and group activities. So it makes our lectures very engaging.
Okay, thanks. Sorry, I'm skipping around a bit on you, and I'm probably throwing your whole process off. I just wanted to skip back to that. What makes Ikon special? I know you've talked about a couple of different things. Is there anything else you want to add to this?
As Fran has already mentioned, that we specializing in early childhood education of the entire team at our faculty. We all experts in the field. So with some of our lectures have an extensive experience, practical experience from 5 to 10 years working as early childhood teachers with academic background as well. So in this case, it makes Ikon special, and our degrees in early childhood special because we know how to connect the theory and practice, how to show students the application of all the theories. Why do we need to learn theories?
Okay.
And how they can use them, they will be able to use them in real world situations.
So what they're learning, they can go out the next day in the real world and apply.
Of course, because all our lectures include real world examples, case studies from their own experience, what they lived through. So and that is why they can illustrate every point, every theory.
Oh, okay, thank you.
And something just to finish with what could make us special, because we are kind of a close community, a close-knit community. We are also ensuring that our students work together with us in their learning journey, and therefore we get to know them from beginning to end. The lecturers are the ones that actually not just deliver the lectures, but also manage all the extra activities and do the marking for their assessments. So all the feedback is quite personalized, and that makes their learning more meaningful as well.
Yeah. And I think that's actually what's great about making that statement is that you'd think we were a school of maybe 100 students based on what we're saying to them. But the actual fact is, I think we're over 5,000 just in the School of Education now. But rest assured, we still provide that small classroom feel because the classes are they are limited in size, and we do want to make sure that our students get to know the other students in their classroom, the people in their faculty, people within their school. So you're right, it's a community, but you're part of a large community spread right across the country. And I think we're as in the area of early childhood education, I think Ikon might be edging close to the largest education provider in that field in Australia. So that's nice for us to be able to sort of talk about as well. What do students say about how we're the best? Well, there's a couple of things we've got on here, but we actually have a really nice treat because we actually have a student ambassador here with us, Annie Pham. And Annie, if you could maybe come on. Have we lost Annie?
Hi.
Oh, hi, Annie. Hi, Annie. Thanks for coming in for us today. It's always good for us to have a current student, especially student ambassador, come in and talk to prospective students about studies at Ikon. I know we've put a couple of things here we wanted you to talk about. We want you to be very honest. If there's something that you think people should be aware of, by all means, let it go. We like to let everyone know all the good things that they could expect as a student, things they should be aware of, and just what your experience is. So if you would mind just maybe talking to a few of these points.
Yeah. So hi everyone, my name is Annie, and I'm currently studying the Bachelor of Early Childhood Education at Ikon. I'm also have been working as an educator for the past 3 years since I started this degree. I got in at work very early, right at my first year of studying, and right at the second term. So that was very, very early. And just want to give you a quick reason. I chose Icon because I wanted a degree that is not just academic, but is also practical, creative, and human. The classroom side is small, not too small, but small enough for us as students to know our lecturer and they to know us as well. And that's also a good thing because I make a lot of friendship, build a lot of connection with my classmate. That that's make a great connection between just us with the lecturer and us as a student together as well. And I've always been passionate about working with children and wanted a program that's really prepare me to nurture their learning and well-being. So I can't have a strong focus on hands-on learning and placement opportunities. They give me confidence that I'll be supported not only as a student, but as a future educator. And I love that we have a lot of placements, but also another thing is excursions. For almost every semester, I went on excursion into the real. For example, I learning about art. I get to go to art galleries to take inspiration, to learn from it, and to bring that to teach the children as well. And one of the biggest challenge is managing work and study, of course, because I've been working and studying at the same times. But honestly, I don't always balance it perfectly. I think that's okay. What I've learned is to set priorities. Some week my study comforts, especially around assignments, but when work requires more of me, I plan ahead with my study. It's about staying flexible, forgiving myself when I can't do everything at once, and focus on what matters most in the moment. So this way I keep moving forward without burning out. I have left school for 2 days, and the rest 3 days of the week I spend on working at the daycare. So my favorite subject so far has been art curriculum. I've always been an art girl. I love being creative and working with my hands. So in this subject, I got to design my own passion project, and we went on a lot of excursion, visit different art galleries for inspiration, which was one of my favorite parts of this degree and my experience at Icon. It made me think more deeply about art, not just as an expression, but as a way to teach and connect with children. And it's something that I know will really shape how I teach in the future. Placement has been one of the very rewarding experiences. It gives me the chance to apply everything that I've learned in classroom into the real world setting. It could be a little bit different, but I get to see how children think, play, and express themselves. And it's really helped me confirm why I chose this profession. I also appreciate the feedback that I got from the lecturer and also from all the supervisor that I had at my placement, which helped to see my strength and the area that I could improve. It's very hands-on, like, and because of that, it makes me feel more prepared and confident as I continue my degree. And what I love about working in childcare is the joy of being part of children's everyday discovery. It's the little thing like when the child show me their drawings or when they finally master something, a skill that we've been working so hard together for them to achieve. And those moments really remind me how important our job as an educators, as a teachers is. And working in childcare also give me a sense of purpose, knowing that I'm helping building a foundation of somebody's life, of the children's life. And one of my future goals is to become a highly skilled and reflective early childhood teachers, of course, someone who can create an inclusive environment for every child. And I would love to eventually step into leadership roles in the sector to contribute to the curriculum development and advocate for early childhood education. And ultimately, I see my degree as a foundation, very good foundation, for me to step into leadership roles where I can make a bigger impact on children and families and the early childhood community as well. Thank you for listening. And that's a little bit about my journey at Icon so far.
Okay, thanks, Annie. Annie, just because I'm a curious person, what have you always wanted to work with children or in the early childhood field?
Oh yes, it started in my high school actually. I took a class about society and culture, and I get to learn about the first very few theories, which is Piaget, Vygotsky. Those are the theories that lead me to my early childhood right now. That's bigly, deeply rooted in our study, in our practice. So that got me very interested into education, and that's the way that lead me to early childhood right now.
Oh, okay. Okay. I just was curious about that to see, I'm always curious to see people's journeys, what brings them to study, and then hopefully they continue on and keep going off into that future as well overall. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Again, it's really good to get a student's perspective. We can talk about the programs and we can go through all the technical side, but until somebody's actually in and studying, getting their feedback as to what it's like or what that experience is very beneficial for people to hear. So again, thank you for sharing that with us. We're making pretty good time here. Now we've had a few people put some questions that are technical of nature, and we'll definitely make sure. I think a couple of them we've covered off here already. One question that did come up that I'm going to post through to anybody that would like to answer was around placements. Who gets the students' placements? Are the students responsible for getting their own placements, or does Ikon assist them, or does Ikon, how does that work?
So it works both ways. It means that if a student can find or starts working and would like to have their placement done at that service where they work, we can accept that. The only thing that we have at Ikon, we have some particular requirements. And the major one is that the service should have a range of meeting the state requirements. And but usually we provide students with
the placements themselves.
With the placements.
Yeah, okay.
We need to be cautious about the quality of the service itself to provide our students with a
So I guess
qualified supervision and qualified experience.
Yeah, so I guess it's good we've got that sort of the partnerships with, would you say
Yes.
400 plus?
400 plus, yes.
400 plus across the country. So no real shortage for us to go looking.
Nevertheless, that it is a contemporary issue at the moment. At the same time, all our students have completed their placements last trimester.
Oh, good. Excellent. Excellent. One follow-up question that actually sort of goes in with that one. And I'm just going to go back a couple of slides here because it came up while this slide was up. There was a question, again, kind of related to placements, and it was on the accelerated Bachelor of Early Childhood program. The placements, most placements, is this a program, because the placement, I guess the question is around how do the placements work for the accelerated program? Is it at a third party organization, or do you do the placement while you're at work?
As far as I know, the second option, so you do the placement while you're at work. So as for our students who have chosen to do their placements at their workplace, they make an agreement with the admin team of their service to set this period of time as a placement, so with a lower pay rate and so on. So
Okay.
it is negotiable.
Oh, okay. Okay, great, great. Now, one interesting question is, and actually kind of speaks to this slide as well, we have Masters of Teaching, Early Childhood, and Master of Education, Early Childhood. I think you did talk a little bit about this, but what's the primary difference between these two? And I know one you said is for career changes, but if we were to look at these two, I mean,
the difference is that Master of Education is for those who have already who are in the field already working as teachers, but they want to proceed further with leadership positions, or maybe to go to academia to start working as a lecturer, as
Yeah.
we do. But as for Master of Teaching in Early Childhood, it is specifically for obtaining teacher registration, or for those who are changing the profession, or going further with a academia, with a more deeper pathway, like doing research or something like that,
Okay.
or as a pathway to the PhD.
It's a pathway. Okay. Okay. That was going to be something I was going to ask, because anytime I see master, I start thinking PhD, and would this be something you would look for as well? Okay. That was the questions that were there.
And with the Master of Education, it's possible as well. I mean, to have Master of Education as a pathway to PhD.
Oh, both.
Yes, both.
Oh, okay. Okay, great. Sorry, I'll just go through. I'm
And
just looking.
I also have a little bit to share about placement as well as a student myself. So do the placement at the service that I already working at. So that would make it very easy for them, as like I've been with them for 3 years. They can see when I just started the degree, and then see my progress as well. So I really highly recommend you to all the future students to do the placement at the place that you're working at. If you could not find a place, seek Ikon for help. And I highly recommend sticking to one place, so that they can track your progress. You can track your progress at the place as well. That's very good.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about placement.
Oh, okay. Okay. No, that's good.
Thank you, Annie.
You work long hours then, Annie?
I'm doing part-time,
Okay.
so 3 days. So placement is also 3 days. So during those placements, I can just continue my work and my study at the same time as well. That's very beneficial when I can learn, and then I can apply everything on the dot.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Annie. But the only limitation can be that not all services provide the full range of ages, from babies to 5 years old.
Oh, okay. Okay, great.
Because we have blocks of placements, especially for Bachelor of Early Childhood, where each placement is focused on a particular age range.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, well, we've got the questions that we've got left. Some of them are very specific to individuals. So for those of you that put those questions in, we'll definitely answer those. One of the CAs will get in touch with you tomorrow, or well, probably tomorrow, or we'll send you an email with the answer to the questions, because they're very specific to individuals. We've kind of gone through all the other questions that everyone had through the program. So I guess we're that thorough, which is fantastic. So with that being said, I guess, what are the next steps with the program? So we do, with Ikon, we do 3 intakes per year. The next intake starts very shortly, in a couple of weeks. Applications for that actually do close as well in a couple of weeks. So what I can let you know is that one of our course advisors will be in contact with everyone that's joined us here, more than likely tomorrow or the next day, just to get any feedback that you have about the webinar. If you have got any further questions that you'll think of when you've gotten off the webinar, which everyone seems to have, we definitely want to get in contact and help you with those and provide you any information that you want overall. So I will be leaving the screen up just for a few more minutes. So if anybody's got any last minute questions, please feel free to put that in, and then I'll shut the webinar down. Any questions that come in after we turn our cameras off, we'll make sure that one of the CAs get in contact with you tomorrow to answer those questions. So that being said, I guess first, thanks to Valerie and Francisca and Annie for taking the time out of your busy schedules. And Annie, I know you probably got some homework to do, so we'll definitely let you get back to it. But we definitely appreciate you taking the time to come and speak about the School of Education, the different programs, what makes us unique in the educational field in this area. It's definitely appreciative that you did that. For everyone that logged in, again, a big thank you to you. We're definitely well aware everyone has busy lives. So again, that you took the time to come. We tried to keep it as tight as possible, so we didn't go too long, but hopefully it gave you enough information to, again, give you that insight into Ikon and what our School of Education has to offer. So that being said, thank you again, everyone, and we'll hopefully see, well, I'll see a few of you in class or around the campuses. The rest of you, hopefully we'll see you on campus or on our online classes very, very soon. Enjoy the rest of your evening.